Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. We begin with this news. Earlier tonight, a key driver of Sarawak's economy celebrated a major milestone as the Sarawak Economic Development Corporation (SEDC) marked 53 years of growth and innovation at its annual corporate dinner, attended by state leaders and partners. The event honored the Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Paninggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, with a recognition of Visionary Excellence Award. SEDC leadership credited the Premier for his guidance on the state's resilience and prosperous economic path. Its chairman, Tan Sri Dato' Amar Abdul Aziz, highlighted SEDC's evolution into an agile organization committed to serving the people and achieving the goals of the state's post-COVID-19 development strategy 2030. The celebration also spotlighted top-performing subsidiaries. Awards went to the Sarawak Cultural Village, SCDC Resources and Rosewood Station for excellence in cultural promotion, financial performance and global expansion. Meanwhile, Sarawak Premier Dato' Paninggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg is hailed as both a reformist and a symbol of unity as state leaders gather to launch his biography, Abang Johari, Sarawak's first Premier. The biography, commissioned to document his life and leadership, was officially launched by Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, alongside Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Uga Hambas. Wan Junaidi praised Abang Johari for driving Sarawak's transformation through visionary and courageous decision, noting that his impact extends beyond state and national recognition.
This biography is more than a documentation of leadership. It is a testament of our state progress and a reminder of the vision, wisdom, dedication that continue to lead Sarawak toward a stronger and more prosperous. To me, you see in a person of Abang Jo a true transformist who is not rolling himself on the road to say that he is a reformist.
Uga, who has served alongside Abang Johari since 1987 and regards him as a mentor, emphasized that the Premier's story is inseparable from Sarawak's modern development journey.
2017, I've had the privilege of being appointed to his cabinet. Thank you, sir. Under your leadership and under Yang Muhammad's stewardship, Sarawak stand tall, charting a bold new economic direction, including the establishment of Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund, the embrace of digital transformation, and the significant progress in renewable and green energy.
The book was authored by Professor Michael B. Lay, a distinguished scholar whose engagement with Sarawak dates back to the 1960s. Sarawak's top leaders have expressed their condolences following the passing of Kinabatangan MP and Sabah Barisan National Chairman Dato' Sri Bung Mokhtar Raden, who passed away early Friday morning. In a condolence message, Head of State Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife, Dato' Paninggi Toh Puan Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi, extended their sympathies to the late leader's family, describing him as a principled and steadfast political figure. Wan Junaidi also highlighted Bung Mokhtar's firm convictions, courage in voicing his views, and steadfastness in the face of challenges. He also prayed for the family to be granted strength and for Bung Mokhtar to be placed among the righteous. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Amar Fadilah Yusof also expressed his sorrow over the passing of the Kinabatangan MP and Lamang State Assemblyman. The nation bids farewell to a political figure today, Datuk Sri Bung Mokhtar Raden, the Member of Parliament for Kinabatangan, who has been laid to rest. In a quiet poignant ceremony this afternoon, the late leader was buried at the Kampung Likas Muslim Cemetery here in Kota Kinabalu at 2:25 p.m. Sabah's Chief Minister Datuk Sri Haji Noor, speaking as a long-time friend, remembered the late Bung Mokhtar with deep sympathy, particularly recalling his recent illness.
Saya bagi pihak kerajaan negeri mengucapkan takziah kepada Allahyarham. Beliau seorang pemimpin yang banyak berjasa kepada negeri, terutama sekali di kawasan beliau.
The funeral procession arrived just before 2 p.m, met by a crowd that transcended community and faith, all united to pay their last respects. Among those present to witness the final farewell were senior Sabah leaders, including State Minister Datuk Jafri Arifin and former Chief Minister Datuk Sri Saleh Said Kerouac, standing alongside family and close colleagues.
On to the next update. Sarawak's own airline, Air Borneo, is entering the final stretch before its official launch next month. Transport Minister Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin visited the airline's headquarters in Kuching on Friday to check on preparations and boost staff morale. Air Borneo has attracted many Sarawakians, including former aviation professionals who previously served with major airlines both locally and abroad, returning home to contribute their expertise. During briefings with management, Kim Shin reviewed Air Borneo's operational readiness, including safety compliance, crew preparedness, ground operations and customer service systems. He praised the team's professionalism and long hours, emphasizing that safety, reliability and service excellence must remain the highest priorities. Air Borneo, formerly Maswings and now under Sarawak's ownership, will commence operations using the existing Rural Air Services RAS in Sarawak, Sabah and Labuan once the takeover is completed by December 31st. 2 aircraft, an ATR-72-500 and a Twin Otter, will fly with Air Borneo's logo and livery next month. Lee also confirmed that all existing Maswing staffs will be absorbed by Air Borneo to ensure a smooth transition. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim is set to consult party leaders before revealing names to fill current cabinet vacancies, with an announcement expected in the near future. Anwar stressed that while final decisions on cabinet appointments fall under the Prime Minister's prerogative, the views of all coalition parties in the government will be taken into account. The Prime Minister said he will meet party leaders before seeking formal approval from the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim. Anwar had earlier indicated that the cabinet and deputy minister lists will be finalized after careful consideration, balancing prudence with the national interests and the reform agenda. He also suggested that the upcoming cabinet reshuffle will be limited, focusing only on filling vacant ministerial posts rather than large-scale changes. According to the Prime Minister, there is no need for a full reshuffle given that the current Madani government has about a year and a half left in its term. Current vacancies include the posts of Minister of Economy, Minister of Natural Resources and Environment, Minister of Entrepreneurship and Cooperatives, and Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry. Former Prime Minister's aide, Datuk Sri Shamsul Iskandar, faces fresh graft charges. He was charged today at the Sessions Court with accepting a bribe of nearly 65,000 ringgit. The money is linked to the approval of mineral exploration licenses in Sabah. The 50-year-old pleaded not guilty to the latest allegation and pleaded not guilty after the charge was read before Judge Datuk Muhammad Nasir Nordin.
Serving as the senior political secretary to the Prime Minister at the time of the alleged offence, Shamsul Iskandar is accused of corruptly receiving 62,924 ringgit from businessman Albert Tay Jan Cheng at a bank in Country Heights, Kajang, between November 28, 2023 and September 23, 2024. The money was allegedly deposited into the bank account of a woman for the purpose of paying rent for a house in Kuala Lumpur and was purportedly given as an inducement for him to assist companies linked to Tay in obtaining approval for mineral exploration licenses in Sabah. The charge was framed under Section 17(a) of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC Act 2009, which provides for a maximum jail term of 20 years and a fine of not less than 5 times the amount of value of the bribe, or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher upon conviction.
A small fire inside a home in Tabuan Desa, Kuching has taken a bizarre turn after firefighters uncovered what appeared to be a makeshift altar and several pentagram markings, suggesting possible occult practices inside the house. The incident happened just after 6 this morning at Lorong 4F when a table in the living room suddenly caught on fire. Crews from the Tabuan Jaya fire station were on the scene within minutes and quickly contained the flames to a single table using one hose line from the engine tank. Hand-out photos show the burned table next to a larger setup believed to have been used as an altar, with multiple symbols, including clear pentagrams, drawn on the floor and walls. Operation Commander Shamsul Mustafa said the discovery did not affect fire suppression work. No injuries were reported and the operation ended at 6:37 a.m. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. A security guard in Penang has pleaded not guilty to a sodomy charge, an alleged offence prosecutors say took place last month. The accused 58-year-old Muhammad Azuddin Sabran entered the plea before Sessions Court Judge Sulhami Abdullah in Butterworth on Friday. According to the charge sheets, he is accused of committing unnatural sexual intercourse with a man inside a premises at Jalan Parajaya 4 around 7 p.m. on November 29. The accusation falls under Section 377B of the Penal Code, which carries penalties of up to 20 years imprisonment and caning if convicted. The case is prosecuted by Deputy Public Prosecutor Nurul Aini Yahya, while the defendant is represented by a lawyer from the National Legal Aid Foundation. The court set 10,000 ringgit bail with one surety. The case returns to court on January 12 when medical and chemical reports are expected to be tendered. Investigators say the accused is among 13 men arrested during a raid on a sauna allegedly used as a venue for illicit sexual activities. On to world news. In the United States, a rather unexpected visitor caused chaos at a liquor store in Virginia. It has since become an international sensation. No, it was not a burglar, but a raccoon, a very intoxicated raccoon. CCTV footage from the shop shows the masked bandit sneaking in after hours, heading straight for the lower shelves, knocking down several bottles of whiskey and scotch. Authorities say the animal consumed an unknown amount of alcohol before stumbling into the bathroom and passing out on the floor. Animal Control described the raccoon as very intoxicated but cooperative. The incident went viral across social media, with many calling it the ultimate holiday party crash and others joking that the raccoon simply had a rough week and needed a drink. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. Watch the 2025 SEA Games in Thailand from December 9 to 20th, as well as the Malaysia vs Laos football match on December 6. All exclusively on TVS channel 122, the TVS Inspire app, and SEA Games TVS on YouTube. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.